Hello everyone from the Netherlands. I'm in the city of The Hague, or the name in Dutch, which I will not try to pronounce. This is the third largest city in the country. About 500,000 people live here, and it's the headquarters for most of the Dutch government institutions and a few European institutions as well, like Europol, the European police, and also the International Court of Justice, among others. And a lot of embassies are located here. This is the de facto capital of the Netherlands, even though Amsterdam is the official capital. Esto es una ciudad de Haia, en Holanda, nos Países Baixos. Es sede de varias instituciones, tanto holandesas como europeas, como internacionales, como Tribunal de Justicia Internacional, la Corte Penal. Es sede de varias embaixadas también, de casi todas las embaixadas que hay en este país. Now I'm in the city center, walking the old town and taking a look. And one thing that I noticed is that there's a lot of harmony here between pedestrians, cars, scooters, the tram, trains, un montón de medios de transporte que conviven en armonía. There's a designated space in each street for each transportation method, and it seems that everyone seems to know the rules, even though there's not a lot of science. No hay muchísimos sinais indicando dónde tiene que ir cada medio de transporte, pero parece que todo el mundo convive en bastante armonía. It's a beautiful place, and it combines a lot of old architecture with a lot of very modern and very nice architecture. So right now I'm in a place where there's more like old style Dutch buildings, but then in a bit I'll show you more modern kind of buildings, where you can already see there in the distance there are a few newer buildings. Really like this one, but the light is not very good. Look at this bike. Ooh. Right now I'm next to a little lake. My friend was telling me yesterday that there's a lot of history here about the Great War, of course, and a lot of inscriptions on the pavement remembering victims from the war and some historical facts. There's a lot of electric cars, un montón de coches eléctricos, un montón de bicis. It's about 1 p.m. right now, so there's a little bit of life going on, not super crowded. This place is called the Passage, and it's just an indoor place that reminds a little bit to this kind of buildings in Milan, I believe. I've never been there, but I've seen them in pictures. You can see in front of me how crowded the street outside looks. one thing about this country is that everything is very quiet compared to places like Galicia or Spain or India, where I've recently traveled to. I believe this is one of the main commercial streets in the city. Una das ruas principais parece comerciais, and you can see how each mode of transportation here has its own place. The bikes go in the middle of the street, and then the pedestrians walk on either side. And there's no tram in this street. No hay tranvía aquí, hay bicis no medio, peóns nos lados e logo tranvía está nas rúas paralelas e autobús. There's a lot of international stores here and some Dutch. I believe this looks like some sort of kind of Macy's or Corte Inglés if we're talking about Spain. There's like Starbucks, there's all the main chains here. And I'm looking for a pharmacy, so I'll try to find one and then I'll head back home. I mean, their home. A lot of nice sculptures on the side. There's a lot of art. Moita arte aos lados na beira rúa. You have to be careful when you're crossing here. It's not as dangerous as India, but you have to be careful with the bikes. Look at this. The buildings are just very beautiful. This area looks newer, more modern. There's a horse inside this coffee shop. Un cavalinho e a gente tomando o café. And this is the entrance to Chinatown. There's also a Chinatown here in the Hague. Look at how many cantas bicis, how many bikes parked. Y aquí entrada a Chinatown, where I'm going to try to find a pharmacy. Interesting. We're just 10 minutes away from that more commercial part of the city, and now you can see how this is way more residential. Estou numa rua tan só 10 minutos a pé da rua comercial e vedes como é moito máis residencial. There's a school here. Creo que isto é uma escola. They're doing some construction work. Están fazendo algumas obras, parece. I think this is, I'm not sure, but I think this is a typical average residential street in the Netherlands with some parking space, some space to walk. Always space for green areas. And these are buildings where like multifamily buildings are located. This is how the garbage is collected. Este o lixo. The container is underground, hidden. And let's see if I can find my way back. I already got my stuff from the pharmacy. Ya tenía las cosas que iba a buscar a la farmacia. Y a ver si son capaces de volver a casa de Hernani. Sí, esta es su rua. This is their street. I'm going to show you first something that I thought it was interesting. In this neighborhood they have a community garden, and it's just here across this street, and in the meantime we can see more buildings. Aquí tenían una horta comunal. They have to pay 25 euros per year. Pagan 25 euros al año, and they can have access to this community garden. Seems like they are doing some compost. And you can grow your own stuff here. You have water source, and I guess you get a plot of land. Hay un espantallo. Ahí, that's not a real person. It's interesting because we are so close to the center, and yet there's this very nice green space. And here they say something, but everything is in Dutch, so I don't understand. Todo está en holandés. No entiendo muito. There's a lot of water for the plants, and there's also a community library where you can leave your books and get any book. Hay una pequeña biblioteca. That's it. Going for lunch.